Hey, folks, it's Mark Arum. I hope you're enjoying the Mark Arum Show podcast. A reminder, you can hear this very radio show live Monday through Friday. We're live 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. 6:07, 63 degrees on Peachtree Street. Mark Arum and pals with you Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. on 95.5 WSB. We got a really big, fun show tonight. Second hour movie Monday. Johnny Kielbasa with a fast food review. The big story for me locally, we're going to talk about this in just a little bit after Millennial Match Game, is possible sports betting legalized in the state of Georgia. You guys see this story?
Yeah, I did.
I know you're a big sports fan, Longoria, but are you a sports bettor?
I've never been, but not because because it hasn't been legal wherever I've been, so I haven't really been into it.
So if it was legal, you would probably do it.
Would. Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. I haven't placed a sports bet in probably 20 years, but it's an interesting story, and it's an interesting twist to this on who has come out in supporting legalized sports betting. So this isn't, legalizing casinos per se, like blackjack and craps and all.
Right.
This is betting on the Braves, the Hawks, the Falcons, etc. So interesting. We'll talk about that. But as always, we kick things off with Millennial Match Game. Joining us in studio from the Dr. Joe staff, it's executive producer. Am I saying that right?
Oh, I was instructed to be called Intern Lewis.
Intern Lewis Jones joins us on Millennial Match Game on the Mark Arum Show. How are you, sir?
I'm great. What a treat to be in here on WSB Airwaves, having fun and on the radio.
Tell the folks a little bit about yourself before we get started.
Well, I've been trying to get into radio for some time, and
this is the entry.
This is
Millennial Match Game. Excellent.
Yeah, so any kind of airtime is the silver tuna.
Beautiful. And where are you from, and how old are you?
I grew up I've been in Atlanta since 1992. I'm 32 years old.
Beautiful. All right.
Originally from California.
On the older side of the millennial stuff.
Yeah, I guess kind of on the back end.
Do you prefer Lewis or Louis?
Either way, it's supposed to be Louis, but the S throws a lot of people.
It does.
Off, so
it does. That was my grandfather's name.
That's a great name.
I'm going to call you Lou. How about that?
I'll
split
take
the difference. All right, let's play Millennial Match Game, Longoria.
Let's play Millennial Match Game.
32-year-old Lou in studio playing Millennial Match Game. Mashana called last week, said she wanted to play. Should I just call you Shauna or Mashana?
You can call me Shauna. That's fine.
Shauna. Tell the folks a little about yourself, Shauna.
I'm born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and I listen to you guys on my way coming home from work.
Excellent. Beautiful. All right, Mashana, you're going to be playing against Debbie in Roswell. Debbie, welcome to Millennial Match Game. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Tell the folks a little bit about yourself, Debbie.
I live in Roswell. I've moved here from New York about 15 years ago, and I'm 65 years old.
65 years young, my friend. Where in New York were you from, Deb?
I'm sorry?
Where in New York were you from?
Long Island, Baldwin.
Oh, all right. Not the home of Alec Baldwin. That's Massapequa, but from Baldwin, Long Island. All right, so Millennial Match Game brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. Tonight's edition is major songs for major movies. So here's how the game works. I'm going to play a song from a major hit Hollywood feature from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. And Debbie and Mashana, you guys don't need to know what movie the song is from. You just have to guess whether or not Millennial Louis will know what movie this is from. He's got it?
Got it.
Okay.
All right, Mashana, you're up first. Here is the first famous movie song. Nothing, Longoria? Nothing.
It's up and on, so
I don't know.
Is it up and on in there?
Oh, well, let's see. I got Yamamoto. Let's try this. There we go. All right, Mashana, will Millennial Louis, 32 years young, know what famous movie from the 80s, 90s had that famous song in it?
Yes.
You say yes. Louis, what movie had Bohemian Rhapsody from Queen?
When I hear that song, all I can think of is the Mirthmobile.
That is from what movie?
That has to be from Wayne's World.
That is correct. You get the point. All right. Good job, Mashana. Usually the Millennial doesn't know, but he came out and got this one. All right, Debbie, you're up. Millennial Match Game. Will Millennial Louis know what movie had this famous song in it? Little Blondie, Call Me. Very famous song. Will he know what famous movie in the 80s went with that song? What do you think, Debbie?
No, he won't know.
I think you're right. I don't think there's any chance in heck that Millennial Louie knows what movie that's from. Louie, what movie is that from?
Oh, man.
You want to hear a little more of the
I've
song?
heard that song many times. Yeah. I know it's Blondie.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
You said 80s? Or was it-
80s, yeah. Maybe early 90s, but
I'll say 16 Candles.
that's a great guess. American Gigolo. American Gigolo. The Low T Chuck story is
I never saw that.
what that. That's okay.
Nice.
Debbie, you get a point. When in doubt, the millennial doesn't know. All right, here we go, Mashana. This is a pretty famous song from a pretty famous movie. Will Millennial Louie know what song this movie pairs up with?
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never
All right, that is Gangsta Paradise from Coolio. Will Millennial Louie know what movie that's from, Mashana?
He should.
You said he should. He should. Okay. That's a yes. Gangsta's Paradise. What movie was that from, Louie?
Oh, my goodness. I love that song. It's a classic. I'm trying to think. Maybe I want to say maybe. Is it from Friday?
It is not from Friday. That's Gangsta Paradise, Coolio from Dangerous Minds with Michelle Pfeiffer, right? Wasn't that Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yeah, that was it.
That was it. All right,
I
no
did,
point for Mashana. End of round one, a Millennial Match Game brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. Round two, a Millennial Match Game brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. Songs from Film Edition. Mashana and Debbie tied at one. Debbie, you're up. Here's the famous song from a movie. Will Millennial Louie, 32 years, so he's an older millennial, will he know what movie featured this famous song? Longoria's dancing behind the other side of the takeout window right now. All right, I know that song, Debbie. You know what song that movie's from, but what do you think Millennial Louie, will he know?
He will, yes.
You say yes. Millennial, let me hear a little more of that, Longoria. I'm getting fired up just listening to this. A lot of faith in you, Louie. What movie is this from?
Running up the stairs, sweating gloriously was Rocky.
That is correct. Look at Longoria doing a little shadow boxing there. All right, you get the point, Debbie. That's how does that song not pump you up? Right? If you're our age, like I want to go out and beat the streets and run and all that stuff. I don't know.
I would
Whatever.
see that.
Whatever he does. All right, Millennial Match Game continues. Mashana, you need this one to tie it up. Will Millennial Louie know what movie this famous song is from? Ready?
Yes.
If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe.
What do you think? Will Millennial Louie know what this is?
Yes.
You say yes. I believe I can fly. What do you think, Louie?
This could be a huge embarrassment. Holy Moses. It wasn't from Free Willy, was it?
It was not Free Willy. It was Space Jam. Space Jam was the name of the movie. All right, no point there. All right, here we go. Millennial Match Game continues on the Mark Arum Show, brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. Debbie, will Millennial Louie know what movie this famous song is from?
Stay lost in this moment forever. Every moment spent with you is a moment I treasure. Don't wanna close my eyes. I don't wanna fall asleep. 'Cause
What do you think? Famous song. Will Millennial Louie know what that is from? What movie that's from?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Now, was this, you said it was a 90s flick? Or is it-
Late 90s probably.
Okay. I think it was an End of the World film.
Ooh.
It was not Deep Impact.
Not Deep Impact.
I want to say it was Armageddon.
Armageddon is correct, my friend. Oh, Debbie, I forgot. I'm not keeping score, Debbie. Did you guess that yes or no? I forgot.
I said he wouldn't.
You would not know. Okay. Millennial Match Game continues. That's okay. Here's a famous movie from a famous song. Mashana, will Millennial Louie know what movie this is from? I Got You, Babe. Sonny and Cher. What do you think? Will Millennial Louie know what famous... that's an 80s movie, right? Late 80s, early 90s movie. What do you think? Will he know what movie that's from?
No.
You say no. I'm with you. That's a tough one. I Got You, Babe. A little more of that, Longoria, please.
I got you, babe.
What famous movie is that from, Louie?
When I hear this, I think of Bill Murray rolling over and smashing that alarm clock in Groundhog Day.
Correct, my friend. Correct. No point, I'm afraid, Mashana. All right, here we go. Millennial Match Game continues. Famous movie songs. Here's a famous movie song. Will Millennial Louie know what movie this is from? All the time. That's modern English. I Melt With You. Will Millennial Louie, 32 years old, will he know what movie that's from?
No.
You say no. I'm with you. I've never even heard of this movie, to be honest with you. Louie, take whatever you thought it was going to be, but
Well, I was thinking of a really popular film.
Okay. What was it?
I was thinking of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I think it was in one of those, but Deb has it listed as Valley Girl.
Valley Girl.
Yeah, do you guys remember a movie named Valley Girl?
No.
All right, that's the end of round 2 of Millennial Match Game. Famous songs from movies. I don't have the score because Deb Breen's in the, in the newsroom. I'm going to say we're all tied up. We got a nail-biter coming up.
We're not tied up.
All right, when we come back, we'll give you the correct score on Millennial Match Game with Millennial Louie in studio, brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. Hang tight, ladies. We'll be right back. This is Millennial Match Game on the Mark Arum Show. All right, welcome back. Final segment of Millennial Match Game, brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. Debbie and Mashana. I'm sorry, I lost Deb Green in there. It was totally my fault. So I don't have the score. Who's winning? Who do you think is winning, Debbie?
Me?
Debbie, you're winning. What's the score?
I think it's 3-1.
All right, 3-1. That's okay. It's far from over, Mashana. Here we go. Millennial Match Game. Famous songs from famous movies. Will Millennial Louie, 32 years young, know what movie had this famous song? I love this song, Deb Green. What do you think, Mashana? Will Millennial Louie know what movie from the 70s this famous song is from?
I'm going to say no.
Early 80s, Deb, you think?
I'm thinking that's early 80s.
All right. Either way, she says no. Louie, what do you think?
Oh, man. I definitely heard that song a lot.
Very iconic
The
scene.
Cars, moving in stereo. Rest in peace, Rick Ocasek.
It's not. Oh, this is going to be wrong.
history.
Dazed and Confused.
It is close. Well, it's close because it's a high school movie set in the 70s and 80s. Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Man.
Phoebe Cates coming out of a pool.
There
Every
we
guy
go.
knows that
Okay.
scene.
Debbie, real quick, will Millennial Louie know what movie this song is from? I'm going to save your breath. He said, I say no. That
No.
was, yeah, no. Did you know what that is?
No.
St. Elmo's
jeez.
Fire. You wouldn't have got it. That's all right.
I don't know.
So here's the deal. Debbie, you won, but we got gifts for both of you. What did they win,
Yay.
Deb Green?
Both of you are going to go check out the Black Crowes reunion. Going to be
Oh.
playing Shake Your Moneymaker in entirety Saturday, June 27th at Solaris Amphitheater
Are you
at Lakewood.
serious? We're giving away Black Crowes tickets?
Yeah.
But Shauna, Debbie, hang on the line. Chuck's going to get some info. If you don't want those tickets, I'll take them, ladies. Louie, we're going to have you back. I was distracted. I want to book you again. I didn't give you my full attention, but thank you for coming
It
in.
was a blast. Thank you for
You
having
want
me.
to plug your social media or anything?
I have like 2 followers on Twitter.
There you
I
go.
just use it for sports news, and that's about it.
That's what the Mark Arum show is for. Thank you, Louie. News, weather, and traffic next.
The Mark Arum Show, brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia.
Hey there, this is Patrick Warburton, and you are listening to the Mark Arum Show. Who, by the way, stole my Jesus fish.
You heard it from the horse's mouth, Longoria. That horse being WSB meteorologist Kirk Mellish. The rain starts moving in at midnight. It will be a wet rush hour tomorrow morning. So you need us more than ever. Myself, Mark McKay, Ashley Frasca, Veronica Harrell. Triple Team Traffic reports every 6 minutes starting at 4:30 a.m. Atlanta's Morning News with Scott Slade. I'm warning you now. Like, we caught a little break this morning because of Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day, by the way, to all who have served and will continue to serve. Thank you from all of us at the Mark Arum Show. So traffic was a little lighter than normal this morning, but tomorrow's going to be rough and wet. So make sure you check in with us before you leave the house and once you get in the car. Triple Team traffic updates and Kirk's full forecast every 6 minutes on 95.5 WSB Atlanta's News and Talk. I'm a big sports fan. Loti and Longoria, big sports fan. Deb likes soccer.
I like football.
all sorts of football. And I also like to, roll the bones a little bit. I'm a gambler. That's why this story jumped off the page to me on AJC.com, an AJC exclusive. 4 of Atlanta's major professional sports franchises are putting their weight together behind an effort to allow betting on games. Yes, making betting on sports legal in the state of Georgia. The reporter that broke the story for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution joins us now live. Maya Prabhu. Am I pronouncing it right, Maya?
Prabhu.
Maya, welcome to the Mark Arum Show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm amazed. My jaw dropped when I read your story. This is crazy that the 4 professional sports teams, the Braves, the Falcons, the Hawks, and Atlanta United, have crafted a letter pushing for basically legalized sports betting in Georgia. How did this happen?
So I think this all started last year with the U.S. Supreme Court ruling saying that federal law blocking most states, all but 4 states, from allowing sports betting was unconstitutional. And since then, states across the country have passed different versions of sports betting legislation, legalizing it in their states. Tennessee, I think, is our closest neighbor who's done that. Their sports betting apparatus isn't in place yet, but they passed the legislation in May. And so, I spoke with Derek Schiller, and the entire sports industry has been talking about it ever since the Supreme Court ruling.
That surprises me. I mean, I know a lot of people that do bet on sports, and they would love to have it legal. It surprises me that the sports franchises themselves are for this. What's their end game on this? Why do they want this passed?
So they say there's no revenue in it for them, but they believe that fans being able to bet on sports will drive engagement. That's the big thing that they're saying. So if you're betting on different aspects of the game, it will increase the likelihood that you tune in, which increases viewership, which I guess in turn increases revenue for them on that end.
Maya Prabhu from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution joining us live on the Mark Arum Show. I've been a big proponent of casinos in Georgia for a long time, and that's never come to pass. I never even thought about the legal sports betting, but it's happened in Delaware, New Jersey, and we've seen it take off and make millions. You know what goes on under the Gold Dome in Georgia. Is there any chance that this actually happens in Georgia?
Folks are very energized this year. I know, like you said, for 5 years they've been talking about casinos. They've been talking about horse racing and different versions of expanding gambling past the Georgia lottery in the state. But people seem to look at Governor Kent's recent request for state agencies to trim down their budgets between 4% and 6% as an opportunity to bring in new revenue streams. And, last week, Speaker David Ralston said that he believes that there will be a lot of discussion next year, and the folks who support it think that 2020 is the year that something may happen on gambling.
Real quick, who opposes this bill? Is anyone out front saying they oppose the possibility of legal sports betting?
I've not heard a lot of chatter specifically for sports betting. We have folks who are against gambling of any sort.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the religious organizations, Faith and Freedom, the Georgia Baptist Coalition, have come out against it. And, specific lawmakers have been against gambling overall. I don't think when I was making my calls today to legislators, I don't think a lot of lawmakers saw this coming. Maybe tomorrow I might have a better idea of what lawmakers are feeling about sports betting.
Maya, amazing breaking news here. Thank you. Folks, the whole article is on AJC.com, and you can follow Maya on Twitter. It's Maya T, Prabhu. That's Maya T, Prabhu. Say your name again, Maya. I'm so sorry.
Prabhu.
Prabhu. It's so simple, Deb Green. Deb Green said your last name was Peterson. I'm like, no, that's not how it's spelled.
Definitely not right.
Not right. Thank you for coming on the show, and maybe we can circle back in the future and talk about this again.
Sounds good.
All right, there you go. All right, folks, possibility of legal sports betting in Georgia. Your thoughts, 404-872-0750. This is the Mark Arum Show. Boom, 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 boom. 653. Top local story in my world. The four major sports teams in Atlanta, the Braves, the Falcons, the Hawks, and the United, have formed the Georgia Professional Sports Integrity Alliance and sent a letter to state lawmakers asking them to legalize online and mobile sports betting. Basically legalizing betting on sports in the state of Georgia. Your thoughts on that possibility at 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. We do have breaking news in the sports world, Longoria.
Where
Mike
is
Soroka, rookie ace for the Atlanta Braves, comes in second in National League Rookie of the Year voting.
Who won? You know,
Pete Alonso, the slugging first baseman for the Mets. He had like 50 some odd homers this year.
Oh, really?
It was Soroka got one first place vote, so it wasn't unanimous for Alonso, but it was pretty much a done deal. I mean, Alonso broke the Mets franchise record for most home runs in a season. Crazy year. But Soroka came in second, and he's our ace, so good for him. Good on him. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Here's my take on the sports gambling bill. I've witnessed sports betting my entire life. All of it illegal. I haven't placed a bet myself in probably 20 years, but it happens. I know a lot of people in this building that wager on sports regularly. Illegal or legal, it's going to happen. Is it one of these things where should at least we tax it, make it safer? You don't have to deal with Nicky the Fish if you don't pay your bills and get your legs broken. See, the difference between legal and online, legal and illegal gambling is this, Longoria. If it's a legal bet, like if you go to Vegas and place a bet, you say, I want $500 on the Spurs to win it all. They say, okay, give me your $500. I'm going to hold this until the bet is over. Like illegal gambling, when you call a bookie, you just call up and say, hey, it's Longoria. I want $500 on the Spurs. You don't have to pay up front.
Right, exactly.
You don't have to pay if you lose, which is attractive to people that don't have that money up front. The problem is then...
if you lose, you owe that money.
Correct. So I think for those people that don't have the money up front, there'll always be illegal bookmaking. But this is interesting. I'm okay with it. I'm not going to do it. I think it's a slippery slope. I've seen friends lose everything betting on sports.
Yeah, I have a buddy that does it like every day on college basketball and stuff. I mean,
I've seen it go sideways. So that's my thought on that. I'm for it, but proceed with caution, folks. The good news is you can't place a bet with money you don't have in this. You have to have the money up front. Russ joins us in Gainesville.
Russ, come here a minute.
What a weekend Russ has had, by the way. All right, so on Friday, go to the Russ calendar Friday, Deb.
Oh, yeah.
Who was Russ with?
On Friday, Russ was with Judy.
Judy, and then by Saturday, I got an email. Judy was gone, Russ.
Wow.
What happened with Judy? Russ, you there, buddy? Are the phones still off?
No, I mean, they're up on...
Russ, you there, buddy?
You have it up and on over there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I have it up and on over here.
I got Yamamoto over here. Russ, you there? Yeah.
Hey, lady!
I don't know.
They're up and on in here.
We had our guest on. Let's see if we can get Mark in Sandy Springs. Mark, you there, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, Mark?
Yeah, just going ahead and commenting about the gambling. I just want to go ahead and just say, if I personally believe it's a good idea, the state should subsidize it, and from there they should take a little percentage out for assisting people addicted to gambling.
What do you mean the state should subsidize it though? Why would the state need to pump money into this?
Well, I'm sorry, not subsidize. I apologize, but they should run it.
Okay, allow it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they should allow it, and they should actually run it. They should be the ones that take care of it and keep an eye on it and take a percentage of, or they should tax it just like how they do it, or they just they take some money out of it to put into helping people with gambling addictions.
Yeah. And I'm not sure how it works. I know. I mean, it's spreading like wildfire. I know New Jersey has it now. And it's blowing up. It's absolutely blowing up. I'm not sure if the state runs it or if they just collect. Deb will find out during the news. We'll come back. More of your thoughts. Should sports betting be legalized in the state of Georgia? plus Movie Monday coming up next. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. This is The Mark Arum Show.
Mark Arum Show is performed before a live studio audience.
No, I want this town to be near you. I stand alone. I stand
Welcome back to the show and a good Monday Eve to you. Mark Arum here, you there at 7:07, 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. This is the Mark Arum Show, heard Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. My whole family here tonight. Cozy on a Monday. Deb Green produces the show. Longoria, the Stoic Eskimo. I gave you an undeserved promotion today, by the way, on Channel 2.
Oh, you did? What did you say it was?
Did you see that video, by the way? Longoria made his debut on TV. It's on my Instagram feed. So I pulled Longoria. Longoria was in here early, filling in on the Erickson Network.
Yes.
And I pulled him in. He started talking to me as I was about to do my TV hit.
He doesn't even give me a warning. He just starts talking.
Yeah, so I'm like, Longoria's like, yeah, so this, blah, blah. I'm like, and I'm on TV as they come to me. I'm like, hold on, Longoria. I got to do this TV report while I'm on TV. And then at the end of the report, there's a little promo for the show, and I bring Longoria in, and he made his debut. But I was like, I called him executive producer, so I stepped on Deb Green's toes.
Oh, yeah. That's the
executive engineer.
Okay, sure. I'll take that.
The stoic one. The stoic Longoria.
There you go.
So, Deb, you're still executive producer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was just a faux pas.
If you got calls or something
Yeah,
from
exactly.
it. Yeah,
Did you get fired, Deb Green? Longoria's not making a Rust calendar. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And Low T Truck screens your calls. Low T. I want to talk more about this possibility of sports betting being legalized in Georgia. What do you think about the possibility of that? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Sources tell me, guys, that they're already gearing up and they're ready to have bookmakers at the Harrah's casinos in North Carolina, Cherokee and Murphy, that they're just waiting for something. Like North Carolina is all ready to go on this. And that you'll be able to place legal sports bets in those casinos, which I know those casinos are already just printing money.
Yeah.
That will be another thing. Is Atlanta, is it time for Atlanta to jump on the train before it passes us by? I mean, the casino train has pretty much passed us by. Sports betting legalized now, spreading around the United States and making millions of dollars for the states that are doing it. Should we get on board or should we let that train pass us by as well? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Movie Monday. All right, here we go. So Deb pulled this story. This is a funny, interesting story. People were surveyed, millennials, Gen Xers, and baby boomers, on who should play them in a movie made about their life. And the number one answer for millennials, Deb Green, male millennials said what? Who should play them in a movie? What actor?
Leonardo DiCaprio. So
millennials say Leo. By the way, he's 45 today.
That's what I was thinking. Isn't he a Gen Xer?
Yeah, he's my age. So we'll get into that in a second. What did female millennials? Who did they want them to play?
And girls said Jennifer Lawrence.
I love Jennifer Lawrence so much.
Terrible actress.
I love her so much.
I don't think he's talking about her acting.
She was really good in that other movie.
Oh, that one, yeah.
And she played the same character.
No, not the Hunger Game things, but where she was like the wife. It won
Joy.
a ton of awards. Joy was really good.
Mother.
It was like a 70s movie.
Yeah. Was she a business owner or something?
No,
that was Joy.
That was Joy. That was
Oh,
good.
okay.
She's a legit actor. Anyway, millennial girls want her to play them. Who do Gen Xers like me want to play?
Gen Xers said that Brad Pitt would be good for them.
All right, he's in his mid-50s. I get that. And what about Gen X women?
Gen X ladies said Sandra Bullock, which I can see.
I was going to say
grew
her.
up with Sandra Bullock films.
Her or Julia Roberts, I could see for an answer there. What about the boomers?
And then when you get to baby boomers, for men, they say Tom Hanks. But then women also say Sandra Bullock.
Really?
Yep.
So Sandra has appeal across the generations.
But women obviously want to look younger, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably maybe why they picked a younger actress.
Yes.
So no Katharine Hepburns or
Liz Taylor, nothing
Liz
like
Taylor.
that. That's interesting. What surprised me the most was millennials picking Leonardo DiCaprio. The millennial dudes picking Leo.
Me too.
I guess they grew up with his films as well, but
I guess
he's 45.
I figured they'd pick somebody a little bit younger.
I'm surprised that he's my age, to be honest with you. I thought I'd be way older than Leo. But no, we're the same age.
Maybe it's his love for the environment.
Similar lifestyles. Oh, yeah.
I bet that could be
lifestyles. I'm glad you picked up on that. So here's the question for Movie Monday. Who would play you in a movie? For me, there's two answers. It's either David Schwimmer or Adam Sandler. And I want a bigger box office, so I don't think Schwimmer is going to get butts in the seat.
Sandler will get it.
So Sandler's going to play me. Who would play you in a movie about your life, Longoria?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Think about it.
What's the dude's name from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? Not the one that played Hunter S. Thompson, but the other dude, Del Toro.
Oh, Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
Del Toro.
I could see that.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Deb Green? Who's the actress playing you in a
I'm trying to think of Hispanic actresses out there, but none of them look like me.
Penelope
so-
Cruz? You look like Penelope
She's
Cruz.
Spanish, yeah.
You
I
say
don't
that
know.
accusatory.
I
She's
was just,
Spanish.
I was thinking Mexican American. That's
Oh.
why I was thinking maybe Longoria's cousin, but I look nothing like
Eva.
Ava Longoria.
Eva Longoria.
Yeah,
I
look
could see
nothing
that.
alike.
You-
no,
that
maybe
or
more
Penelope-
Gina Rodriguez, I think.
Penelope Cruz. What about the America? What's her name?
America Ferrera.
America Ferrera?
Maybe,
Did she slimmed down a bit?
I guess.
All right. Chuck,
Stopped eating.
What?
who's playing you in a movie about your life?
I don't know.
Well, what's his name? Didn't we already do this?
We've already had
Brad
this
Pitt?
discussion like
No,
a
not Brad
dozen
Pitt.
times.
The guy who was the jerk
Ed Norton?
in Wedding Crashers.
Guy who's
There's a guy who was a jerk in Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, the bad guy in Wedding Crashers. He went on to have an amazing career.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Dang
He was
it.
in a movie with Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
The one with the brothers? What's the
I forgot the actor's name.
God,
can't think of their
he's
names.
like the biggest movie star on the planet
Owen
right
Wilson?
now. No,
Yeah,
he was
that's
the
what I
bad
was
guy. The bad guy.
I never saw that movie.
He was in Bradley
Talking
Cooper.
about Bradley Cooper?
Yes, thank you. Who said that?
I don't know about that.
No.
Needs some
No?
more hair.
I don't-
Shit.
I don't think
Everybody
so.
we bring up, Deb's like, yeah, no.
No.
I just don't. They don't look anything alike.
No.
You don't think?
No.
Think about the jerk character he played in Wedding Crashers.
And then think of that character
Think of
answering
that character.
phones.
Answering phones. Okay, never mind.
We do two things in Maryland. We eat crabs and play football. Like that. Anyway. So that's the question. And on Leo's 45th birthday, are you a Leo fan or not? I was, for a majority of my life, I was not a fan of his until one movie. You can guess that movie coming up. But the question is, are you a Leo fan or not, and who would play you in a movie? Very simple on a Movie Monday. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Derek joins us in Snellville, Georgia. Derek, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Mark.
What up, dude?
Not too much. How you doing?
Excellent. You want to talk about gambling?
Yeah, for a quick minute, I think it would be good to legalize gambling. Let's be real for a minute. The main reason it hasn't been has been a moral consideration, and I totally understand that. But the fact of the matter is, we have lots of people leaving state, going elsewhere to gamble. It's happening anyway. We might as well go ahead and have it here. It's consenting adults with their own money, and that way our state benefits from it.
Well, there's people already in the state doing it. They're just doing it illegally. So if you make it legal and you regulate it and you tax it, it makes it safer and the state can benefit.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%.
And there's no more Vinny the Fish going out there collecting funds that no one could pay, because when you bet legally, you have to have the money up front. It's not like a bookie. You know, you not
Can't have an account.
Yes, exactly. You have to pay the bookie when you lose. You don't have to pay it before the bet. That's why bookies thrive, and that's when they get you behind the eight ball, Longoria.
That is.
That's when you have to take that second job filling in for Jim Ayers.
That is the reason.
Because you got to pay the vigorous
That's
debt
right.
you owe. Mark's in Stockbridge. Mark, welcome to the program.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, brother man?
Who would play me in a movie? Brian Dennehy.
Oh, I love Brian Dennehy. He's awesome.
The character from Cocoon. That's me.
Oh, wow. All right. That's an interesting, very specific character. That was a good movie, though, Cocoon.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Yeah. Do you know that, what's his name? Wilford Brimley was like only 53 when they made Cocoon?
Only?
Yeah. But he looked like he was 80.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's always looked like he was 80.
Yeah. That's crazy.
He's always looked like he's 80.
Yeah. All right. That's interesting. Longoria, thank you, Mark. Mark said it was either had a bad connection or was gassy.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what was going
Wow,
on there.
It could have been both.
I have been both. Let's try Russ in Gainesville again. Russ, you back with us?
I'm here.
What happened,
Come
Russ?
here a minute. I want to talk to you. Oh, I didn't know you were on there. Sorry about that.
That's okay,
I
buddy.
had a car wreck.
Well, hold on. Before we get to that breaking news, on Friday, you were with whom?
This car wreck.
Oh my God.
Friday was Judy.
All right, Friday you were Judy.
Probably Erica.
No. According to the Russ calendar, it was Judy.
And then Saturday I wake up to an email, and Erica's back. And then Sunday I wake up to an email, and Erica's gone, and who's back?
Oh, yeah, that new girl. What was her name? Mariah.
This was
Real
yesterday,
good-looking
Russ.
girl.
This was freaking yesterday.
We
Come
had
on.
an accident. He may have forgotten.
All right. So tell me about your accident. What happened?
No, well, okay, today I got back with Joy, the one I really want.
I know, the blonde.
So I came and got Joy. So we went and had dinner and everything. And then I'm driving her home, and some guy stops in front of me real quick, and I slammed into the back of him. It's the first car wreck I've had in 45 years.
What happened? What,
so I
did you get a ticket?
Guy. No, he didn't give me a ticket. He said it was my fault, but he didn't give me a ticket. And so I'm standing here. I'm in Canton, and my car is parked in somebody's driveway with busted headlights. He told me I couldn't drive it.
Why are you in Canton?
And, well, that's where Joy is staying now.
Oh, so did you get in a crash in Canton?
Yeah, so I got a crash in Canton.
So you're stuck there for the night.
Here. Well, I'm hoping I'm going to get the ride with the tow truck guy that takes it back to Gainesville.
Yeah.
And I've got full coverage insurance, but I can't get them on the phone. It's just it's
thoughts
just,
and prayers,
always
Russ.
something.
Well, I hope this doesn't ruin your relationship with Joy. I hope she doesn't.
Yeah, because she didn't have a seatbelt on, and she hit the windshield.
Oh my
and
God!
I'm really sorry because I don't want to hurt my girl that I love, but I wish she'd have had her.
Yeah, why wasn't she wearing her seatbelt?
I don't know.
If I'm driving in a car with you, Russ, I'm in a full bodysuit. Like I'm strapped in like the NASCAR guy.
Would you rather ride with Russ or me?
I'd rather ride with Russ.
Oh,
than,
that's bull.
Than Longoria. 100%. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Russ, but at least Joy's back in your life. Russ, who would play you in a movie about Russ?
I was trying to think about that, and I don't really like his movies, but the only guy that I really liked was Fonzie. I want to be
Fonz.
That's about right.
Henry Winkler would play Russ in Gainesville. All right, a younger Henry Winkler. All right, Russ, be safe. We'll talk to you tomorrow, big buddy.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
Big buddy, I call him. Big buddy?
I don't know where that came
I don't know.
from.
All right, Movie Monday, gambling in Georgia, wet weather tomorrow morning. So much to talk about and not a lot of time. Your call's next, 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK, on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. What do you know? It's Movie Monday on The Mark Arum Show.
Mark Arum on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Talking about a number of topics tonight on the broadcast. Sports betting possibly become legal in Georgia. Maybe way down the way, but should we be able to bet on sports legally in the state of Georgia? And Movie Monday, your thoughts on Leo DiCaprio, keep him or get rid of him, and who would play you in a movie about your life? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Bart's in Sugar Hill, baby, Sugar Hill. What's going on, Bart?
One or two people would play in my movie. Either Walter Brennan, I can be a real cantankerous old fart at times.
Understood.
Or Benny Hill.
I loved Benny Hill. When I was a kid, I didn't know what was going on the Benny Hill
Benny
show.
Hill show was the best.
But I loved it. Can you find... I know this is short notice, but find me the Benny Hill theme song, Longoria. It's going to take me right back to my childhood. I remember watching that, sitting with my grandfather in my grandfather's living room. Easy, Bart, easy. And Benny Hill coming on, and we used to watch it whenever I was over there, and just hearing the theme song, and I'd get so excited because it was like this crazy show. You didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand what was going on, but just hearing that now, all these years later, I hear the Benny Hill theme song, and I get all excited. Right, Schlongoria? You got it?
Ad. We're waiting for an ad.
Oh, we're waiting for the ad. Anyway, Deb, how was your weekend?
It was good. I went to go see Modest Mouse and the Black Keys.
I was there too.
Really?
The Black Keys show?
Yeah.
No.
My grandfather used to let me watch this, and it was just half-naked women running around the whole time, and I thought it was like the best thing ever. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you let me watch this.
I had no idea what was going on the show, but there were like scantily clad, bosomy,
and he would just chase them. They would
British
chase
women.
him.
Yeah. And they come around and
yeah,
exactly.
Best show ever. I wish they would bring it back.
It's so funny that both our grandfathers loved that show. Like it must have been for men of that generation. Like that, there's never been anything like that.
No.
They're like, oh, this is the greatest show of all time. Forget the news with Walter Cronkite.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Walter Cronkite.
Cronkite.
Why does that sound so
Cronkite.
weird when I say it, though?
It's Cronkite.
Because you're saying it wrong.
Cronkite.
No, you were saying Cronkrite or something.
Walter Cronkite. Cronkite. Wow. I'm a little sleepy. I'm going to coffee up when we come back. We'll finish Movie Monday. Johnny Kielbasa with a fast food review and a football minute. Sweet Jesus. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. This is the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, this is Ray Liotta, and you're listening to the
It's so good to be born in America, where all men are free. It's so good to be born in America, all the home of the red, the white, and the blue.
Walter Cronkite. Walter Cronkite. What was that? How was I pronouncing it?
You
You're
put
putting
a G in there.
You're putting the R in the wrong spot.
Concrete.
You're saying Concrete.
So I go to Siri right after we go to the news, and I'm like, Walter Concrete. Like I mispronounce it again, and it says, "Do you want to call Walter?" Like our buddy Walter. And I'm like, no, I don't want to call Walter Cronkite.
Yes.
Am I losing? Is this
You
the
are
early
losing.
stages of dementia? Perhaps.
Sure.
I mean, you've been dealing with that for a while.
Yeah, I guess. I'm blaming the schedule. Walter Cronkite. And that's the way it is. Walter Cronkite, Longoria.
There you go.
What are we doing? Movie Monday. Leonardo.
You're just messing everything.
Leonardo
This is Monday,
DiCaprio.
right?
Yeah.
It's not Friday.
Leonardo DiCaprio is 45 years old today. Do you take him or leave him as an actor on Movie Monday? And Deb found a survey where they asked millennials, Gen Xers, and baby boomers who would play them in a movie. Millennials said they wanted Leo to play them, the dudes, and Jennifer Lawrence to the girls. Gen Xers said Brad Pitt and former Georgia resident
Sandra Bullock.
And baby boomers said Tom Hanks and Sandra Bullock again, which made me believe that female baby boomers are living in a different world.
Oh, yeah.
As are male millennials. They want a 45-year-old guy to play them. I've already said Adam Sandler is going to play me. Longoria is going with Benicio del Toro.
Yep.
I'm saying Penelope Cruz for Deb Green.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't see it, but okay.
All right. And Chuck, we haven't decided. Are we going with Bradley Cooper or no?
Yeah, Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Jason Statham.
Jason. Oh, all right.
That's closer than Bradley Cooper.
You've
I'll
got
take
more
that.
hair than Statham, though.
I do a little bit. I mean, I can get rid of it.
All right. Who would play you in a movie, and what do you think about Leo? Keep him or toss him? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Patrick's in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Patrick, it's Walter Cronkite, my friend. Cronkite.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you start with the first name, then it all flows.
If you just say
and
the
it
last
makes more
name.
sense.
Yeah.
If you just attack the last name,
Concrete.
then it sounds funny. But it makes sense if you go Walter Cronkite. It just flows better.
It just pours out of the mouth. Walter Cronkite.
Yeah, it's so much better than just saying Cronkite.
Cronkite.
It sounds like concrete.
I know, exactly. So what's on your mind, buddy?
Okay, so as far as Leonardo, I love him in The Departed. You can tank Titanic. Not a fan.
Yeah, I think it's an overrated movie.
Oh, it's so overrated.
It was actually a fine movie until it started sinking. Like, it was a decent movie until the boat went down,
Yeah,
and then it became a bad
It
movie.
lost me where he started being an artist, and yeah, whatever. But as far as the who would play me in that movie,
Yes.
I'm going with Eric Stoltz.
Oh, old school Eric Stoltz.
Right out of Pulp Fiction.
Eric Stoltz, because you sell heroin out of your home, or
No, but I did sell grass in my younger years.
Nice. You might
And
be
I
the
had
guy
long
should
hair.
ask us, should we legalize sports betting then? What are your thoughts on that, Patrick?
Oh, well, absolutely. I mean, it's going on. It's going on. We might as well recognize that and then
regulate that thing.
legalize it. I mean, that makes sense, correct?
Absolutely. Do you know Eric Stoltz was originally cast for Back to the Future?
Not even cast. They shot the entire movie.
The whole movie?
Three-quarters of it. And
I thought it was just like a little bit.
No, it was like almost done.
It's almost the entire movie.
And then they scrapped the whole thing.
I would love to see that.
Oh, everybody's been begging for it for decades now.
How bad must he have performed? Where they're like,
it wasn't bad. It was that he played it apparently too much like Doc Brown. He was too quirky and weird, and so the characters, there was no real distinction between the two of them. That's what they said.
Look at Charles Thomas from The Resurgent.
I love that. It's my favorite movie.
It's
I know
so good.
So much about it.
I would pay good money to see that original.
Would love it. I've seen stills.
Yeah.
I mean, they shot it. I mean, frame for frame.
I thought they just did like a couple scenes and said it's not working.
They did enough for the executives to scrap it. Yeah.
Wow.
He's good enough to play Mask, right? Is he the one that played Mask, right?
He was amazing. Rocky Dennis.
Yeah.
Still the greatest nickname I've ever had was my buddy in college. We called him Rocky. And not because of Balboa, because of Rocky Dennis. Yeah.
Raindrops falling on my face.
Yeah, the sun shining on my face. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk.
And now, on the Mark Arum Show, it's time for the Fast Food Review.
Joining us live on the Greasy Salty Hotline from parts unknown, height unknown, weight we do not want to know, Johnny Kielbasa. Johnny Kielbasa and the ever so popular Fast Food Review. How you doing, Jonathan?
I'm doing great, Mark Arum. I'm covered with cheese. I aim to please. I'm wrapped in bacon. I'm here for the taking and everywhere in between. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you're staying warm and dry.
Yeah, and again, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there that served. For those of us who didn't, couldn't, or wouldn't, we are eternally grateful for your service. And I know Johnny Kielbasa wouldn't have the fast food job that he has in the land of the free and the home of the brave. It wasn't for our brave veterans. So Johnny tips his deep fryer. Longoria tips his tequila. And I tip my matzo ball soup to all of you out there that continue to serve. What's on the menu tonight, big fella?
Don't spill any on your shirt, Mark. Ultimate cheesy garlic bread back at Subway. This came around, I think it was last year for a little while, and then it disappeared for a little bit. Now they're bringing it back. So you go to Subway, and that's when they get out the big tub of super garlicky butter, slather a nice thick layer on there for you, and then they'll actually turn your bun into garlic bread if you want to, and give it to you on any sub you want to. Or if you just want the cheesy garlic bread by itself, you can go ahead and do that. It really ups it. I think it ups the Subway sub a level, especially if you're going to Subway a lot. Matter of fact, I just stopped in here to a Subway. I have a young lady happens to be having a sub. What do you think about your sub today?
Oh, it's super cheesy.
Oh, see? So everybody thinks it's super cheesy. A lot of the big strands of cheese going around, and people seem to like it. So if you go to Subway subs a lot, why not up it and get the cheesy garlic bread?
One of back in my poorer days when I was in college and post college and had no money, and I wanted to treat myself. You know, if you don't have any money, it's tough to treat yourself.
Right.
But one of the things I would do on the rare occasion where I was like, you know what, I need something. I would go to the store, Publix, where shopping is a pleasure, and I'd go to the frozen food section, and I'd get the $1.99 frozen garlic bread with cheese. You know, the big loaf of fresh bread?
Yeah.
And that would be my meal. I'd be like, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to eat this entire garlic bread with cheese because I deserve it. And it was only like $2.
When you were food secure?
Yeah, when I was food insecure. But I felt like it was like a treat. Like, I'm not going to have a piece of garlic bread. I'm eating that whole loaf of garlic bread with cheese. So, because that to me is, that's fancy. Like if I tried to order garlic bread with cheese in a restaurant as a kid, my mom would have slapped me out of my chair. They give you regular bread for free, bam, and like whack me. Like you're not spending money on garlic bread with cheese. You eat the free bread that comes. So to me, in my neuroses, that was always like, that's off limits. You can't order something. You can't pay
for birthday.
Yes,
you can't get the garlic.
Not even on my birthday. My mom would be like, "No, you're eating the free bread that comes with the meal. Why are you going to pay for bread?"
I do not think for 1 second that Mama Arum is that aggressive about garlic bread.
I promise you that.
I see the lobster,
she lied
but
to me about
bread,
lobster.
come on.
Well, lobster, I can understand.
I mean, lobster's $20 or so, you know.
But
Mark, how many loaves of frozen garlic bread did you have to buy before you figured out you couldn't cook them in the microwave?
No, this is back when I had a working stove. Or, I would do, I'd break it up and bust it in a toaster oven. Exactly right. But, isn't that weird, though? Like, that was so ingrained in my head. Like garlic bread with cheese was like, whoa. Like, the height of fancy. like because I couldn't order in a restaurant. But it makes sense.
I need confirmation on this.
I'm 100% right on this.
to call up.
But as as a fiscally responsible adult, she's right. Like, why are you going to buy bread when they are literally giving you bread for free? By the way, I went to dinner with Silky on Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
At Tiny Lou's.
Did you do that on purpose?
On Ponce.
Yeah, did you pick that place on purpose?
I didn't even think of that. No, but it's a French restaurant, and they have the best bread imaginable. But you got to pay for it. Like that's how good it is. And I ordered 3 orders of the bread.
What kind of bread?
It's just brioche. Johnny, you know what a brioche is. You're a fan with the brioche.
You could have gotten some of Winslow's bread on Thursday.
No, this is so good. This bread is so good. But anyway, I don't know why I thought. But anyway, back to Subway, Johnny. Sorry. I was a fan of the garlic bread on the meatball marinara sub. That's a good combo to me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I would choose the Subway garlic bread for any other sandwich. Can you give another sandwich that it pairs well with?
Surprisingly, the Italian sub pairs well.
Oh, all right.
Some people think it might be a little too much, but if you have them cook it a little extra, get that salami melted a little farther into the garlic, into the cheese, into the bread, into your mouth.
What about what is it, the BMT? What do they call that?
That's the BMT.
That's just like the bologna. I
don't even know what the BMT stands for, but it's all the Italian meat.
No, but what's like there's one Subway sub that's like the baseline meat combo sub. It's got like bologna and...
You're talking about cold cuts, maybe?
Cold cut combo. Yeah. Yes, good job, Longoria. Star of the show.
Star of the show.
Cold cut combo. Would it go well with the cold cut combo, Johnny?
For my money, it's going good with just about anything. Even tuna fish. Even the tuna sub would be better with garlic bread with cheese.
No, that's where we lost you. All right, time to move along for the football minute, Johnny Kielbasa. You lost me there, Kielbasa. You lost me.
I'm about to bring you back.
Get the free bread. Don't pay for the bread, Johnny Kielbasa. All right, the weekend that was in the world of pigskin football, broken down in 60 seconds from our pal, Johnny Kielbasa in the football minute.
Arum, split out wide, go deep, buddy. Week 10 in the NFL. Shuffle the cards at the top. Week in college. Here comes winter week in America. Your Upper Oconee Bulldogs, Blake Mizzou. Thank you, Missouri, for being in the SEC. Your Midtown Ramblin' Wreck almost beat Virginia, but they didn't. Just wait till next year. Your Hank Aaron Drive Panthers lost a heartbreaker to UL Monroe despite 533 total yards. Go get your tickets for App State next week already. Your Magic City Dirty Birds turned it around and upset the Saints. Now we go. Playoffs are bust. Look out below. Genius coach TJ Fleck and his Minnesota Golden Gophers, don't you know? Knocked off number 4 Penn State. Sorry about your luck, Penn State. Everybody loves it when Alabama loses, and they did, and everybody loves it when Ed Ogeron talks. You're a better kid today. The Ohio State Buckeyes scored 73 on Maryland. Glad Maryland's in the Big Ten. America's team, Cleveland Browns, aren't out of it yet. Just 7 more wins in a row, and we're in. Mark Aaron's New York Football Giants lost. So who can be worse? Ball in New Jersey. Danny Dimes got his lunch money stolen on a steal and scoring tonight. A barn burner in Rice Roney Town when the Seahawks come down to take on the Niners. On the M&S.
Touchdown! I don't want to talk about fantasy football. I won in Longoria's league, as I always do, and I won in JBL's league, as I always do.
Yeah.
But in the big money leagues, I got smoked. Aaron Jones.
As you should.
He's going to kill me. Someone on Twitter, Chuck, said that there are YouTube clips of Eric Stoltz in Back to the Future. Get on that, my friend. Get on that. Johnny, we appreciate you as always, and...
It's cholesterol time, baby. Suma! Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and listen to the Sausage Shot podcast on any pod app or JohnnyKielbasa.com.
All things Kielbasa on JohnnyKielbasa.com. Appreciate you, brah.
Thanks, brah. Anytime, brah.
All right, we'll come back. Final segment, if I can make it, of the Mark Arum Show. Enjoy your garlic bread.
Mark Arum on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Final segment of the show. Am I doing line 6, Chuck, or nah? Line 6? Am I pulling up line 6 or nah?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right.
I didn't
Hey, WA is in Gainesville. WA, welcome to the show. Real quick, buddy, what do you have?
Yeah, Mark, about that BMT.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't stand for anything. It was a station on the subway terminal up in New York, and they just named it because one of the guys liked that sandwich combo.
Oh, no kidding?
Something like that.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, like, bologna, mayo, tomato. I'm like, what is the BMT?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with food names.
Yeah,
anyway.
I was thinking of the cold cut combo. Like, right, that's like the basic Subway
or the
sandwich.
spicy Italian.
Yeah. I stopped eating the. Hey, thanks, WA. I stopped eating the tuna.
Why?
Because they started
Mercury?
putting the calories on the freaking thing.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Yeah, that's probably one of the worst.
I thought it is the worst.
Well, stop getting it with mayonnaise.
It comes pre-made.
Stop paying attention to made-up numbers on the side of a menu.
I mean, obviously
They're
it's
as made
working.
up as the meter readings
Obviously
he
it's
takes.
working.
You're fine.
Let's do star of the show. Please, Longoria. Schlongoria.
And now,
Sanjay
are you
does
guys
not
ready
like that I
for
call
the
you
Mark
Schlongoria.
Arum
Oh, really?
He does not like. He goes,
Why?
Dude, that's not cool.
What? Really? That's funny.
I think it's fantastic. We'll give it to Schlongoria tonight because he's awesome. And he made his television debut on Channel 2. You can check out the video on Instagram at Mark Arum and Facebook Mark Arum WSB. Short show tomorrow, rainy morning. Scott Slade's got you covered at 4:30 a.m. In the meantime, go to sleep, little baby.
Go to sleep, you little baby.
Guests of the Mark Arum Show stay at the All Suite Omni Hotel, located in the heart of Chicago's Magnificent Mile.